this has worked really well. I can already tell I'm not going to have enough firewood for the night. I should have spent more time gathering stuff, but this is working really well. I'm using my pack as a pillow, which helps, but you can see my breath now, but I'm actually pretty warm, so it's working out. Night. I survived. Definitely learned a lot. The lean-to tent worked great as long as the fire was going, but the fire went out and there is nothing left. And it's like there's no warmth like at all. I can't restart it. It got cold last night. I'm killing myself for not remembering my gloves that were in my truck because my hands are freezing. It was cold, but it wasn't windy, so that's good, I suppose. I'll go over my takeaways here in a bit, but I should have just powered through and walked to where I needed to go. It's not very far, but I wanted to test everything out for the video, so here I am sitting in the cold woods, but at least it's a beautiful morning, and the high today is 70, so it's gonna feel fantastic once I actually get going. Well, here in like 5 hours and I'll be done by then, but yeah, really glad I had this because definitely needed my toboggan. But yeah, good learning experience. I have several things that I would take out and several things that I would add in. Just several times I had to just get up in the middle of the night and do some jumping jacks or walk around for a minute and do something just to get the blood flowing. No bugs last night, and no coyotes. I'm getting ready to pack up and keep hiking. And I was just going through my Bugout bag a little bit more. I was digging around a little more. I pulled out my knife that I showed you yesterday. But then I felt something way back down in here. And look, a stinking lighter. I spent at least 20 or 30 minutes before dark last night creating a tinder bundle and using my striker to start a fire when I had this in there the whole time. I didn't look hard enough. It didn't even occur to me to look for this. It's full of fuel and it's orange, so in case I drop it on the ground, it's easily visible. But yeah, definitely a reminder that I need to just pull out my bag every once in a while and go through it and really familiarize myself with it. It was just kind of stupid because it was getting dark and I was rushed, but in the future, I'll just use a lighter and start my fire the easy way. You live and you learn. That's the whole point of this is, can you actually bug out with your bag? The answer is yes, you can, if you have the right tools and know where they stinking are. I will also say that the toilet paper was much needed and much appreciated this morning. So that would have been horrible without it. All right, I gotta get this camp torn down, leave no trace, and get moving because I'm freezing, especially my hands and feet. Found some bones. They've been chewed on a little bit, but not a whole lot. Looks like vertebrae or something from a deer. This is the part that stinks. I don't even know if it's picking it up on camera, but this stuff is thick. Gotta make your way through this sometimes. I don't know why random parts of the woods just get super thick. Doesn't make any sense to me. So a few things to note about Bugout bags as I've been hiking and just thinking about this experience is I really wish I had my backcountry bag with me. Now that would have a pad for sleeping on, my sleeping bag. That would have all my camping gear. But I think the point of a Bugout bag is kind of twofold. One is that it has to fit in your vehicle and be in there at all times. And I have a Toyota Tacoma, so I have like no space. I have 3 children and married, so we are packed out all the time. So it has to be small. And second, it needs to be kind of incognito. If someone were to see me walking down the street with a giant camping setup, they would probably be very suspicious of me. So it's also way heavier. This is maybe like 10 pounds versus 30 pounds of kit. So yeah, something to consider with your bag. Keep it incognito. Keep it where you can actually pull it right out of your vehicle and use it. I'm also amazed that no matter where you go, you find evidence of people. Someone cut down this cypress tree but left it here. I don't see the stump anymore. It must have been years, 20 or 30 years ago. So these woods do look a little young. It's weird because it's super thick through here. It's super thick, but at the same time, you get trees like this. Let's see what kind of tree it is. Oh, I can't speak this morning. This is a giant oak. All right, I am on the road in the final stretch to my Bugout location right over here. And yeah, interesting journey. Learned a lot about myself and also about what to put in my Bugout bag. So I'm going to take a minute and go over all the things that I would change and update my bag. So, whew, it's bright. Good morning, everybody. All right, I've made it to the get home location, and it was a fun journey for sure. Learned a lot about myself and also about my get home bag. So what changes would I make to the get home bag? I would first and foremost, the easiest thing would be just to re-familiarize myself with what's actually in the bag so I don't make stupid mistakes like not knowing there was a lighter in there. Second, I would probably add 2 more emergency blankets, just because 3 of them would be like this big. It'd be super small, take up next to no space, would not weigh anything, and that would allow me to use 1 for shelter, 1 for pulling around myself as a blanket, and 1 to lay down on. The ground wasn't super cold last night, which I'm grateful for, but it definitely would have helped keep me warm. Also, if I happen to have my kids with me, that would let me have something for them to wrap up in if we had to hunker down for the night. Apart from that, definitely used the emergency blanket, the food, the toilet paper, and the paracord. And so those were probably the most useful items. Anything that I would take out, I would say I'd probably take out some of the first aid stuff. It's just way overkill. And I use it all the time, sure, in my truck, so may just want to leave it outside the bag in there. And it just takes up a lot of space. I didn't use any of it. Now, I know if I needed it, then it would be very helpful. But yeah, so a few things to take out, a few things to add in. And yeah, what a really fun experience. Thanks for coming along on this journey. A very different video for me, but like I said before, so many people have these bags, but I just wonder how many have actually tested them out to see what they would do differently. And it was a great experience because I learned a lot about what I need to add and what I need to take away from it, and I'm going to update it here soon. So thanks for watching today's video. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. And maybe we'll do this again with the updated bag when it's warmer or colder, or maybe snowing. That would be really fun. I say that right now, it'd probably be horrible to actually do that. Yeah, love you guys. Thanks for checking out today's video. And remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.